This week on TGC News, Magpul opens up my wallet, suppressors are still awesome, and is it possible to reload 22 ammo? The Connect QD M-LOK mounts from Kinetic Development Group offer the fastest and simplest way to get your M-LOK attachments securely fastened to your gun. With 3-slot Picatinny and bipod mounts currently available, and 3 more versions coming soon, you'll be sure to find the mount for your needs. To get 10% off your entire order, use the code TGC10 at kineticdg.com. Welcome back. My name is Jon Patton, and this week's first story is about reloading a cartridge that many thought was impossible to reload. The .22 long rifle has been around since the late 1800s and has long been considered one of the most affordable calibers to shoot. I mean, I can almost guarantee that every single one of you watching has shot thousands upon thousands of .22 LR, had your fun, and left behind tons of brass in your wake. We all do it. Now though, a company called Sharpshooter has introduced a kit to change your frivolous waste of .22 long rifle brass. Yep. You can now reload .22 long rifle. The kit includes everything from a bullet mold, a crimping tool, a way to pack priming compound, as well as the rest of the tools and instructions needed to reload the most popular rimfire cartridge on Earth, and all at the MSRP of $75. That's not too shabby at all, considering a decent reloading setup for centerfire cartridges will run you about $1,000. They claim you can reload a brick of .22 for about $10 to $12, which in comparison to the current $35 to $50 brick price seems pretty cheap. But that's not including the massive amount of time that you would have into actually performing the act. Think about it. You still have to clean and inspect the cases, remove the old priming compound, make the new bullets, and then actually load the rounds. Yeah, I almost fell asleep from boredom hearing that too. The fact of the matter is that the process is way too pedantic, and while the concept is cool and may have validity in the future, I don't think it stands up to anything more than a novelty at this point in the game. I would much rather just go buy a brick of .22 at the store and use the rest of the time to shoot. Would you guys actually buy one of these kits? Let me know in the comments down below. And in I guess I have to buy another Ruger news, Magpul announced that they are finally shipping their new Hunter X-22 stocks for Ruger 10/22 rifles. Announced at this year's NRA annual meeting, the X-22 is essentially a rehash of their ultra-comfortable shotgun and Remington 700 stocks, featuring solid ergonomics, good materials, adjustable length of pull and comb height, as well as M-LOK attachment points for attaching all kinds of cool toys to your plinker. These things really are pretty sweet. The other major point is that the MSRP on these is $139.95. Yeah, I know, it's super affordable. Now, when it comes to aftermarket stocks, I think price is a big reason we don't see more proliferation of the concept into the current market. People would buy way more custom stocks if they didn't freaking cost so much. And here comes Magpul heading up the charge to change that. Well played, guys. According to the new Firearms Commerce Report released by the ATF, the number of registered silencers in the US is now pushing 800,000. As of February 2015, that number was a 39% jump from 2014, and Lord knows how big of a jump from the previous year. Keeping in mind that this number is not just private ownership, but also the cans made and kept by suppressor manufacturers, this number is actually really staggering. Guns.com put together a fantastic chart showing the growth, and I'll say this. Every single year, we see more and more people understanding that NFA items are not just cool, but are also very useful. The unfortunate thing for us is that even though the National Firearms Act is an egregious stomping of our rights, tax stamp and transfer form revenue is well into the millions of dollars. And as that revenue grows, we'll have to fight even harder to stop the nonsense. To give you a prime example, I'm one person. I paid $600 in stamps and plan on spending thousands more just so I can have things that shouldn't even be regulated in the first place. It's essentially a damned if you do and damned if you don't situation with buying NFA items. However, I think it is extremely important to keep fighting and keep educating people about their rights involving the NFA. Silencers, machine guns, short barrel rifles and shotguns, destructive devices, and AOWs are all legal to own, and we can't let that go away. This week's Friendly Fire question is from one of our longtime sponsors of the show, actually. I know they're asking this because it's important for a lot of people to hear it. RE Factor Tactical asked on Instagram, how often should you shoot to maintain proficiency if you're a CCW holder? I'll try to keep this simple. You should be shooting as often as you can possibly afford. Most people, including myself, do not get out and shoot often enough. On top of that, when you do shoot, you should be making sure that those rounds count and you're actually practicing your draw, your reloads, and other techniques that'll help you under stress. I think the number one thing that so many people miss is getting good training. Having that foundation of basic skills is so important to building your defensive abilities. And please, don't give me any lame excuses about how there's no places to do that near you, because within an hour of every major city in America, you can find a good outdoor gun range and good trainers to help you build. I put in hours of windshield time to hone my craft, so don't let yourself and your family down by not getting trained. My friendly fire question to you guys at home is, do you own or plan on buying a suppressor in the near future? If you want your question answered right here on the show, you can post that over on facebook.com/theguncollective or post it on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtag friendlyfire. The RE Factor Tactical Operator Band is the ultimate in discreet survival tools. Offered in a variety of colors, the Operator Band houses almost 10 different survival implements to get you operating operationally in no time. Get 10% off your entire order at refactortactical.com using the code TGC10. That is it for this week's show. Guys, you know what to do if you enjoyed the episode, and if you didn't, let me know down in the comments so we can talk about it. Do not forget to subscribe. You won't want to miss a single episode of the show. And as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon. Hey, you. Did you subscribe yet? Come on, bro. You're hurting my feelings. You need to check out last week's show and the one before that. Right there. And you need to click this subscribe button. Remember, I just said subscribe? Do it right now, right below me, right on my gut. Subscribe.